Hello everyone and welcome to the new video. This is gonna be my first video of the channel और इसमें फेज में हम लोग बात करेंगे लीड कोड के क्वेश्चंस के बारे में. And as you can see, I have my first question here, that is palindrome number. So first of all, I'll zoom it a bit. So I think so this will be visible to you all. And usually I've seen that many people start from their lead code series from that famous question to sum, but I want to start from my palindrome number just because when I have started coding, I have started from this question, the palindrome number, and it's one of the easiest and one of the like basic questions that people can start with. So here, hello everyone, this is Anubhav, and here is the lead code series that you're gonna waiting for. In this series, I'm gonna cover every day each question, and day by day, I'll try to upload one of the questions. If I give my background, I'm a software engineer by profession, and I'm just starting from the YouTube. So let's start. So as you can see, without wasting any time, we have to solve this palindrome number question. Okay, so first of all, I'll open my board for you guys. Cool. So I think so. You guys are able to see my board, right? Okay, so this is the palindrome question. This is my board. I think so you guys are clear with it. No issues. Now let's start. So we have a question, right? Let me add my writing thing. Let me add it here. Okay. So the question is palindrome, right? So what is a palindrome number? Like if I generally ask you what is a palindrome, so palindrome is nothing that if there is a number, let us suppose 1331, okay, and if we reverse it, so if we reverse this number, what it will become 1331. That's right. That's again. So this phenomena of a number is known as palindrome, and we need to prove that whether a provided number is palindrome or not. But in this lead code question, there is a constraint that we don't have to we don't have to convert it into string, right? So we'll do it in a number phase. Also, there's a thing we're gonna use TypeScript. So all out the developers out there who are working as a dev community, and they usually think so that they should code into the TypeScript thing. So yeah, this series is going to be on the TypeScript, and I'll learn it from watching from rating videos, and I'll try to solve the problems in the TypeScript itself. Right. So yeah, let's start. So if there is a number 1331, how to actually proceed to the problem? So if you see, there are many constraints. So like there can be a number that is if I go to the problem, there must be some constraints. Yeah. So we have some many constraints here. So what I'll do, I'll copy these things and I'll go to my here and I'll paste the thing. So you can see I have this thing, my constraints here. So it says if a number is let us suppose if it's 1 to 1, so that is our palindrome number, so output is going to be true. And just because 1 to 1 reads from the reverse side, it's going to be 1 to 1. If a number is negative, then we have to return false. If a number has let us suppose 0 in it, or the divisor of 0, then we have to return false, because anything like let us suppose this is 100, even though it is 10,000 or 10 lakhs or 1 lakh or 100, it is gonna return as false because that is not a palindrome number. So if you see, we got our first hint here to how to solve a problem. So if I just come here, I can just simply write key, let us suppose if a number is less than 0, kind. So this is also a case. Let us suppose that is minus 1 to 1 and all that. Okay. And if I check out that if a number is 0, right, we can also write it as if x mod 10 is equals to 0. Right. So why I've written this? If I open a new tab here, you can see this is a terminal console, right? And I'll zoom it a little, like yeah. And let us suppose I have 0 and I have modulo 0 with 10, it will give a, oh fuck, yeah, it will give us 0. So like same as that, so I'm checking the condition that whether it is 0, and we should also add a condition, right, key, and x should not be equals to 0. So if it is less than 0 or it is 0, then it is that maybe it sorry, my fault. So let us suppose if I have 9, right, and 9 modulo 10, it gives us 9. So 9 is nothing but a true number. So I have forgot a one constraint if you see. So all the digits that are from 0 to 9, these are considered as palindrome number. Why? Because it is a single digit numbers, and 0 to 9 is going to be considered as the palindrome itself, because if we're going to reverse the single digit, then it's going to give us like that. And if we want to tackle those thousand, sorry, if I modulo 100 by 10, right, so we get 0, because if we divide anything by 10, the modulo gives us what, remainder. So if there is a simple basic, what we can say, the math thing. So if I show you, so let us suppose we have a condition like this, and if I, for example, if I divide it by, yeah, so if there is 10, and from here I'm gonna be divided by 100. So at the time, my, what you can say, the quotient, you can say, is gonna be 10 tens a 100, right? 10 into 10 is 100, so 10 tens are, and the remainder is one, what we're gonna get is 0. So 0 is our remainder, and 10 is what, our quotient, like this. So how we get remainder in JavaScript or TypeScript, you can say. So by using mod operator. This is an arithmetic operator in JavaScript that gives us the remainder, and how we get the quotient, we get by slash. Okay, so by this slash we get the quotient. So if I just go there and write 100 by 10, so we get us 10, as you can see, like that. So I'm checking that whether x is not equals to 0, that it is a legal number, that is not that is a two-digit number. And also if I am just dividing it out, I am getting this. So at this point of case, what we have to do, we just have to simply return false. So return false. Right. So we have find our constraint here. Cool. This is for the constraint thing. Now what we have to do is we have to figure out how we're gonna handle the next things. So the condition is like, how we gonna check it whether a number is a palindrome or not. What can be the logic? Okay. So the basic simple logic is that we can convert the number into a string, reverse it, and then again convert the string into the number, and we can just check like whether the two strings, or you can say the reverse string number, are simple or not. So what I'm telling is, uh, let me show you. So if we have a number, so like 1 to 1, I'll convert it into a string, so it will be 1 to 1 again in the string format. Then I'll reverse it, so it will again will be 1 to 1, and then I'll convert this into a number, into JavaScript 1 to 1, and I'll check these both. If these two are equal, then what is this? This is a, yeah, this is a palindrome number. But we don't have to do this like this, because we don't have to convert our number into the string. How are we going to do it? So there's an approach to it. I'll tell you how we can tackle. Is that, let us suppose we have a number, right? X is equals to 1331. This is our what condition? This is for our if the numbers length is even, right? If it is even, so how we gonna do this? So what I'll do, I'll take the half of this. So let us suppose, what will be the half of this? It will be 1 3, and the next is 3 1. And the this half, if I reverse it, so what it will become? It will become 3 1 and 3 1, right? Like if I divide it, listen again, if I divide this thing into two halves, so 1 3 and 3 1, so it is the half one. And again, by this reversed half, what I'll do, I'll reverse it again. So I am dividing this number into the part that the half that I'm getting is nothing but the reversed of the half, right? So it is 3 1. And if I compare these two things, like whether this part and this part is equal or not, if this part is equal, then we can say, yeah, we are getting this, and yeah, it is a palindrome number. Now another, I'll tell you a brief explanation after that, like after coding, and let's see if our solution got accepted, right? If there's a case of this, what I'll do, what we have to do then, I'll check 1 2 and 1, this will be the half. Now if we see, oh fuck, we have this thing, and even though our solution declines, so what we'll do, we'll neglect the last part of if the digit is odd, and we will neglect the last part of the number as 1 2, right? And if I neglect this 2, and compare the rest of the string 1 and 1, then it will be our palindrome number. Cool, I know, ऊपर से गया, but still, just be with me, just be with me, just be with me. We'll clear it off. So what I will do, I'll make a new variable. So in JavaScript or TypeScript, we will make variables using this let keyword. So I'll write reversed half of a number. Let us suppose it is 0, right? I'll say that this is the reverse of a number. And what I have to do, I'll do while x is greater than reversed half. So it is a simple loop, as you can see. So I'll just simply copy paste it. Right. So I'm checking ki whether ठीक है, and I'll update my reversed half variable with what? With reversed half into 10. So anytime we'll check, we'll first multiply it by 10 to add thing because we are reversing it, plus x modulo 10. So what it is doing, if you see, x modulo 10 will get what? It will get the last digit. Right, it will get the last digit. And what I will do, I will add it to the what? Add it to the reversed half. Right. And by this, what I'll also do is that I'll reduce the number that the part is being left. So what I'll do, x is equals to x by 10. And of course, since JavaScript is a language that is not statically typed and I am not identifying whether it is integer or float, so I'll write math dot floor here. Right, so mat.floor is gonna give us what? The lower digit. So let us suppose if the x value after x by 10 is 12.5, so it will give us 12. 12 what mates, and I'm little bit confused. Let us see. So if I do math dot floor of 12.5, it gives us 12. Of course, I was right. Right, and after this, if I just write 6, so every time it is going to give us the 12 value. Why? Because floor. So there's a thing. So if in a house you are here, I'll give you a simple example. If this is a house, okay, you are here, and this is your ceiling. Okay, so if you are here, your upper value will be seal, your lower value will be floor. So on the case of 12.5, the lower value is 12 because this is the floor value, and the upper value will be 13. For that we use math.seal to get the seal number, but for our case we are gonna get the floor value. By this, at the end of the day, this loop will gonna run and run and run. कब तक? जब तक our number is gonna be divided into the half of the part, right? Because after that, it is gonna check that whether x is greater than or not. But will be a condition that reversed half will be greater than or equal to the x. After that, we want this, and at the end of the thing, what I want to do, I want to check whether our x is equals to reversed half. Right, I'll just simply copy paste it, or x is equals to what I'll do, if for the for what case, for our if the number is odd, so I'll gonna check if the reversed half by 10 to neglect the last digit of a number, as I told you. Let us see whether it runs or not. If it runs, I'm gonna tell you how it is working, right? So yeah, we got our case accepted, and let's hit the submit button. Cool, it's accepted. It beats the 61.38% and the running time capacity is 135 milliseconds. Cool. So yeah, let me explain to you how it happened and why this thing occurred, right? So let us just go and just pick out the things. So what I'll do is just give us a moment. Like yeah. So this is our method. Cool. What I'll do. mm, yeah. As you can see, I have my code, so I don't know it is visible or not, but I'll try to zoom it out a little bit. I think so it is visible. There's not a way of, should I change the font color or what? Like, there must be a, yeah, we have the thing, right? So yeah, it is not looking cool. I'll convert this number to, let us suppose red or something. Okay, so let's try run it. So on the first case, let us suppose our number is, the input value is x is equals to minus 1 to 1. Right, the first case. So if x is equal to minus 1 to 1, it gets into the first thing. If x is less than 0, so it returns false simply. So our solution gives us false. That is a true. That is of course we want. Now if somebody enters 0 to 9, right, so it checks, what checks, if x is less than 0, cool, and x modulo 10 is equals to 0 and all that, and after that 0 is equal to this, and it checks whether x is greater than our reversed half. So our initial value of reversed half is what, 0. For the case of anything in this is a single digit number, and at any given point of time this is going to be considered as true, so of course it is going to return as true. Now let us suppose there is a number called 1000. Let us suppose it's gonna check that whether x modulo 10 is equals to 0. Yeah, it is 0, because if you're gonna modulo the 1000 by 10, it is gonna give us 0. And we're gonna check it that x is not equals to 0. Of course 1000 is not equals to 0. Again this is gonna return us what, this is just gonna return us false. Now the main question arises, what for the case of x is equals to 1331, how it is happening? So let's try run it. At the first iteration, cool, the first iteration is gonna get, because this if it is not gonna go inside this if, because it is either also not equals to 0, and if I divide it by the by 10, it is gonna give us 1 as a remainder, so it is not going to this condition. So for the first iteration, what the reversed half, so I'll again copy paste it. Being a developer, this is a very bad habit, right? So reversed half is actually marked as what, 0. Right, now there is a loop. We have a loop. What is the loop? The first iteration of a loop, what it says. So loop, oh fuck, I have to write here. So this is our first iteration. What our first iteration says, ki whether x is greater than is equals to reverse of or not. What is the value of x? 1331 for the first iteration. What is the value of reversed half? Reversed half is, so I'll name it as rev. So I'm abbreviating it as a rev. What is the value of reversed half? It is 0. And if I check out the condition, is 1331 is greater than 0? Yes, it is 0. So what is the condition? It is true. The condition is true. So what we want to do? We want the rev or reversed half to be what? Reversed half into 10. So 0 into 10. Cool. Plus 0 into 10 plus what? X modulo 10. So 1331 modulo 10. What it is gonna give? If I just copy paste it, this simple thing, control C, into what, into our developer tools here, CLER, sorry, CLS console dot clear, fuck, cool. So it is gonna give us what, it is gonna give us 1. If you see how this thing happened, I'll tell you. This thing happened because this gave us result 1, because what, x 10 into 0 is what, 10 into 0 is nothing but 0, plus 1331 modulo 10, what 10 gives us, as I told you, what 10 gives us, 10 gives us the remainder. And if I just divide it by this, what it will give, it will give us simply 1. Right, so 0 plus 1 is equals to 1. So now rev value is 1, and after that what I am doing in the first iteration itself, I'll color this part. Is there a way to color this part only? Next time I'll use paint because it gives us away. Right, and we want x to be what, x mat dot floor x modulo 10, so it will become 133, because x by 10, not modulo x slash 10, x slash 10, x की value थी 1331, so 1331 would become what, 133. Right, this is for the what, this is for the first iteration. Now it for the second iteration. Again loop says, of course we have this value, again it will gonna check whether 133 is greater than 1. Of course it is, so the condition is true. if the condition is true, what will happen? It will again recalculate the value. So rev is equals to what? Current value of rev, that is 1 into 10 plus what? 133, because we have updated the value. What we are x modulo 10, right? So 133 modulo 10. Cool. Now rev will become what? 1 into 10 is 10 plus 133 modulo 10 is what? 3. So it will become what? It will become 13. Right? It is 13. Now what x will become? X would become what? 133. So it will become 13. Is it? Is it right? Yep. So what is this? This is our reverse thing. So as I told you, 1331. Okay, 31 is what? The next half has been reversed. So it is 1313. It has been converted, right? Because the iteration was different. I was trying it to do the different thing. If I just change the condition, it will become 3131. But by this iteration, we have maintained the rev value of 1313 and 1313. Now again, for the third iteration, what will happen? Third iteration will happen what? It will again check whether x key value, what is the current value of x? 13. What is the reversed of value of x? It is 13. Is 13 greater than reversed of? No. It will be false. So we'll be get into the next line of the question. It says if x is equals to reversed half. Is it? Yes. The reversed half value is 13. The x value is 13. So it returns as true. Fam bro, thank you everyone for watching this video. This is the first video of the palindrome, and I hope so you have liked it. Just point your reviews on the comments. What are the things that I have to like improve, because this is my first YouTube channel and my first video. Thank you everyone.